moai are considered to be no more than perhaps 1,000 years old, penetrate down into the ground by a great amount of feet to reveal
he's the oldest human specimen we have that is so complete.
He's so well preserved.
He continues to generate this body of information.
He may well be the most studied human being in history.
Some secrets are meant to stay buried, hidden away for centuries, just as some sites are shielded by time and nature, never intended for human eyes. Yet, there are moments when fate intervenes, revealing extraordinary relics and forgotten histories. In this captivating journey, we delve into astonishing discoveries that were never meant to be seen, from ancient tombs to mysterious artifacts that were never supposed to be uncovered. Here are 20 instances when archaeologists discovered what no one was supposed to see. Number 20. The ancient toilet barrels. This might not sound like the most glamorous archaeological find, but the discovery of 700-year-old toilets has experts buzzing with excitement. Not only did they uncover ancient latrines, but they also found human excrement, which they described as being in remarkable condition. Imagine stumbling upon medieval poop that still emits a strong, unpleasant odor despite being centuries old. Archaeologists have truly uncovered something that no one was supposed to see. These 3 special-purpose barrel latrines were found stacked on top of each other, creating a sort of well. It's unclear whether they were attached to a residence or served as a public lavatory. What we do know is that these barrels had a previous life transporting goods and storing fish before their less glamorous fate as toilets. You can even see the names of the original owners on the barrels before they were repurposed. The barrels were tied together, lined with clay, and equipped with pipes at the bottom for drainage. This intriguing discovery was made in Denmark, and experts are eager to analyze the medieval poop. By studying these ancient remains, they hope to gain insights into the diet and lifestyle of people from the 14th century in the region. The findings could reveal fascinating details about what medieval people ate and how they lived. Number 19. Stunning mosaics uncovered an ancient city of Zugma. Archaeologists have recently discovered some thrilling discoveries in the ancient Turkish city of Zugma. These finds have revealed stunning Greek and Roman art that hasn't been seen for thousands of years. It all began in 2000, when the construction of a nearby dam threatened to flood the site, sparking worldwide interest among archaeologists. This is a prime example of archaeologists uncovering what no one was supposed to see. Back in ancient times, the homes in this city were adorned with rich mosaics depicting characters from Greek mythology. When news of the impending flood reached archaeologists, they were driven to excavate the area urgently. Zugma, originally founded by the Greeks in the 3rd century BC, was known as Seleucia. In 64 BC, the Romans took over and renamed it Zeugma, which means bridge or crossing in ancient Greek. The city remained under Roman control until 253 AD, when it was conquered by the Persian Empire. After centuries of being hidden, Zeugma's treasures have resurfaced, offering a fascinating glimpse into the past. The beautifully preserved mosaics and artifacts from Greek and Roman times tell stories of a vibrant, culturally rich city. This incredible discovery allows us to see and appreciate the ancient art and history that was once lost to time. Number 18. Ritual sacrifices in bog bodies. In 1950, a remarkably well-preserved body was found in a Danish peat bog, known as the Tolland Man. This naturally mummified corpse is believed to be a ritual sacrifice from the Iron Age. The body's preservation is astounding, with intact skin, hair, and internal organs, offering invaluable insights into the lives and deaths of ancient Europeans. Similar discoveries have been made throughout Northern Europe, with numerous bog bodies unearthed in Denmark, Germany, and Ireland. These individuals often show signs of violence or unusual burial practices, suggesting they were victims of ritual sacrifices or executions. One striking example is the Lindo Man, discovered in England in 1984.
So why is he in this state?
Well, he was found in a bog in the northwest of England, Lindo Moss.
Analysis of his remains revealed multiple injuries, including blows to the head, strangulation marks, and a slit throat, hinting at a Celtic ritual sacrifice. The study of bog bodies has illuminated the religious practices and beliefs of ancient European societies. The preservative properties of peat bogs have allowed archaeologists to gain a rare glimpse into the lives and deaths of these individuals, offering a unique perspective on the past. These discoveries not only deepen our understanding of ancient rituals, but also connect us to the human experiences and traditions that shaped early European history. Number 17. The Lost City of Tenea. Hidden among the legends of ancient civilizations and mythical wonders is the mysterious lost city of Tenea, nestled in the sun-kissed lands of Greece. This archaeological treasure has recently come to light, sparking excitement and curiosity among researchers and history buffs around the world. Tucked away in the northeastern region of the Peloponnese, Tenea emerges from the mists of time as a bustling city steeped in legend. According to ancient texts, Tenea was believed to have been founded by prisoners of the legendary Trojan War. As excavations in the 19th and 20th centuries unearthed the remains of this fabled city, its significance became apparent. Tenea's location as a vital trading hub and its cultural exchange with neighboring civilizations shaped the fabric of ancient Greek society, one of the greatest civilizations in antiquity. Artifacts discovered within its ancient walls provide a glimpse into the daily lives of its inhabitants, showcasing the Greeks' artistic prowess and technological advancements. One of the most remarkable findings is the intricate mosaic floors that adorn the houses of Tenea. These stunning works of art depict scenes of daily life, mythical creatures, and gods, transporting us back to a bygone era. Number 16. Monumental Mysteries. Easter Island and Stonehenge. Easter Island, a remote volcanic island in the Pacific Ocean, is famous for its mysterious moai statues. These towering human figures, carved from volcanic tuff, have baffled archaeologists and visitors for centuries. The Rapa Nui people, who created these statues, believed they represented deified ancestors, providing spiritual protection and fertility to the island. How the Rapa Nui managed to construct and transport these massive statues, some weighing over 80 tons, remains a mystery. Researchers have proposed various theories, including the use of wooden rollers, sleds, and ropes to move the moai across the island. The purpose and meaning behind the statue's placement and the reasons for the eventual decline of the Rapa Nui civilization continue to spark debate among archaeologists. Similarly, Stonehenge, a prehistoric monument in Wiltshire, England, has captivated imaginations for generations. This iconic stone circle, dating back to the Neolithic and Bronze Age, is surrounded by a complex of ancient ceremonial structures and burial mounds. The purpose of Stonehenge remains a mystery, with theories ranging from a celestial observatory to a sacred burial site. The construction of the monument, with its precisely aligned stones and intricate jointing, showcases the remarkable engineering skills of prehistoric people. Number 15. Prehistoric pedestrian. Researchers have discovered fossilized footprints in New Mexico that show people were walking across North America around 23,000 years ago. The first of these footprints were found in 2009 in a dry lakebed at White Sands National Park. Recently, scientists from the U.S. Geological Survey examined seeds trapped in the footprints to determine their age, which is quite ingenious. They estimate that these footprints were made between 22,800 and 21,130 years ago. Imagine what those ancient people would think of modern-day Albuquerque with its nuclear testing history, balloon fiesta, and delicious Mexican food. They'd probably be amazed. Scientists have long debated when humans first arrived in the Americas after migrating through Africa and Asia. These new findings might help answer that question. It's believed that people traveled from Asia to Alaska via a land bridge that's now submerged. Evidence such as stone tools, fossilized bones, and genetic analysis have previously suggested that the first humans arrived in the Americas between 13,000 and 26,000 years ago, or even earlier. This new study provides a clearer timeline, confirming that people were definitely in North America during this period, though they may have been there much earlier. Interestingly, some of these footprints are thought to have been made by children and teens who lived during the last ice age. In 2009, David Bustos, who managed the park's resource program, found the first footprints in old wetlands. Over time, he and others discovered more, giving us incredible insights into these ancient people's lives. Number 14. Europe's cannibalism. When we think of cannibalism, our minds often wander to distant, exotic places, isolated from civilization. However, evidence shows that cannibalism existed right in Europe, and it has some of the oldest fossil evidence of this practice. According to a French science article published in 1999, a group of paleontologists found 100,000-year-old bones of 6 Neanderthal victims in a French cave called Moula Guerci. These bones had clear signs of being broken by other Neanderthals to extract marrow and brains for consumption. The first thing that comes to mind might be zombies, but this is not fiction. It's history, Tool marks on the bones of these unfortunate victims indicated that their mandibles, femurs, and tongues were also removed for eating. Cannibalism in Europe wasn't an isolated event. During the 11th century, famines, cooked human flesh was sold in English markets. In Spain, people resorted to cutting down the bodies of thieves hanged by Pedro de Mendoza to eat them because of severe starvation. This grim practice, though shocking, was a part of Europe's past, revealing the desperate measures people took during times of extreme hunger and survival. Number 13. The Taung Skull. In the vast landscape of human evolution, few discoveries have captivated the world like the Taung Skull. This extraordinary fossil, unearthed in South Africa, holds the key to unraveling the mysteries of our ancestors. Deep in the heart of the Taung region, renowned archaeologist Raymond Dart made an incredible find in 1924. He uncovered the fossilized skull of a young child from a hominin species known as Australopithecus africanus. This remarkable discovery shook the scientific community and forever changed our understanding of human evolution. The Taung skull provides a unique glimpse into mankind's evolutionary journey. Its combination of ape-like and human-like features challenged the prevailing notions of the time, supporting the idea that human evolution began in Africa. This find was pivotal in establishing the hypothesis that early humans originated on the African continent. The discovery of the Taung skull opened doors to new archaeological methods and sparked intense debates among scientists, reshaping our understanding of human origins. Yet, the journey of the Taung skull did not end with its excavation. Over the years, scientists have continued to study this precious relic, using advanced technologies to unlock even more of its secrets. Number 12. Borobudur. Borobudur is a stunning Buddhist temple located near Magelang in Java, Indonesia. It holds the title of the largest Buddhist monument in the world. This Mahayana Buddhist stupa is a sacred site, but intriguingly, there's no written record of who built it or its intended purpose. By comparing the temple's intricate carvings with inscriptions typical of royal characters from the 8th and 9th centuries, researchers have estimated that Borobudur was constructed around 750 AD. It likely took 75 years to complete, with the final touches added during the reign of Samaratunga in 825 AD. The temple's architecture is truly awe-inspiring. It features 9 stacked platforms, both square and circular, topped with a central dome. The entire structure is adorned with 2,672 relief panels and 504 Buddha statues, making it a breathtaking sight. The design of Borobudur mirrors the Buddhist view of the universe, divided vertically into 3 sections: the base, the body, and the top. These correspond to the 3 spheres of existence in Buddhist cosmology: Kamadhatu, the sphere of desires; Rupadhatu, the sphere of forms; and Arupadhatu, the sphere of formlessness. Each sphere represents a stage in the journey to nirvana, moving from the physical world to a state of spiritual enlightenment. Borobudur ingeniously blends ancestral worship with the Buddhist quest for nirvana, symbolized by its step-like mountain design. It's no wonder that Borobudur attracts 2.5 million visitors each year, making it Indonesia's most popular tourist destination. This magnificent and sacred place continues to captivate and inspire awe in all who visit. Number 11. Atacama Skeleton. In 2003, a startling discovery was made in the Atacama Desert, Chile. A mummified skeleton with an alien-like appearance. This bizarre find generated a mix of intrigue and horror worldwide. The skeleton had hardened teeth, 10 ribs instead of the usual 12, disproportionately large eye sockets, and an elongated, pointed skull. At first glance, it didn't look human at all, leading many to believe it was the remains of an extraterrestrial being. Recently, a study conducted by the University of San Francisco provided new insights through genetic analysis. The researchers discovered that the skeleton, named Ata, belonged to a human girl with abnormal bone development caused by multiple genetic mutations. Published in Genome Research, the study revealed that Ata's DNA was that of a modern human with a mix of Native American and European ancestry. This suggests she was likely born in the Andean region, inhabited by the Chilote Indians, near where she was found. The DNA results dispelled the myth of Ata's extraterrestrial origins. Instead, this discovery has the potential to lead to groundbreaking treatments for people with bone disorders. What initially seemed like evidence of alien life has turned into a significant medical finding, offering hope for future advancements in genetic research and bone disease treatment. The mystery of Ata's origins may be solved, but her impact on science and medicine is just beginning. Number 10. Tombs of elite Wari craftsmen. In 2022, a remarkable discovery was made at the Castillo de Huarmey site in the Ancash region of Peru. a group of tombs belonging to the esteemed artisans of the Wari culture. Known as the Castle on the River Huarmey, this pyramid-like burial complex was initially thought to be the resting place of Wari royalty. This influential civilization flourished in the south-central Andes and coastal areas of present-day Peru between 500 and 1000 AD. Among the most significant tombs unearthed was one believed to belong to an adult male. Based on the grave goods, he was identified as a highly skilled basket weaver. This individual, who passed away around 1003 years ago at the age of 40, was laid to rest surrounded by meticulously preserved layers of fabric. Alongside him were his tools of the trade, including axes, knives, saws, and a cane used for basket making. The burial site also revealed exquisite jewelry, including a splendid gold headdress and a gold deer ornament adorned with a semi-precious stone. This magnificent discovery unveiled the first ever tombs of these highly skilled Wari craftsmen and confirmed Huarmey's pivotal role as an administrative and cultural center. Number 9. Pompeii, a city preserved in ash. In 79 AD, the thriving Roman city of Pompeii, near modern-day Naples, Italy, was suddenly buried under a thick blanket of volcanic ash and pumice following the catastrophic eruption of Mount Vesuvius. This ash rained down on the city for hours, sealing it and its residents in a moment of time and preserving their final moments in incredible detail. The rediscovery of Pompeii in the 18th century offered archaeologists an unparalleled glimpse into Roman life at the height of the empire. The volcanic ash preserved not only the city's architecture and infrastructure, but also everyday objects, artwork, and even the remains of its inhabitants. Excavations revealed a city frozen in time, with streets, homes, public buildings, and even food remains still intact. The ash also preserved the bodies of Pompeii's residents, many of whom were caught in the midst of their daily activities or trying to flee the disaster. These haunting plaster casts of the victims, created by pouring plaster into the voids left by their decomposed bodies, provide a chilling and deeply human perspective on the tragedy. Number 8. Sutton Hoo. Edith Pretty wasn't particularly interested in the large mounds or small hills on her Suffolk, England property just before World War II began in 1939. Curious about what might be buried within these mysterious mounds, she asked Basil Brown, a local archaeologist, to investigate. What he uncovered became one of the most significant archaeological finds of the 20th century, a massive wooden ship buried beneath the ground. Although the actual wood had long since decayed, its shape was perfectly preserved in the soil, measuring an impressive 27 meters. Initially, the ship and its contents were thought to be a cenotaph, an empty tomb created to honor someone whose remains lie elsewhere. However, experts now believe that the body's bones disintegrated over time due to the acidic soil. But without a body, how do we know who was buried there? Clues came from the artifacts found within the burial site. The presence of armor and weapons indicated the individual was a man. The gold items and jewelry suggested he was wealthy, while the crown and scepter in his hands signified his importance and power. Coins found at the site dated from around 613 CE onward, indicating the burial occurred after this time. Today, many experts believe the person buried in the ship was King Redwald, who ruled East Anglia from about 599 until his death around 624 CE. Despite this compelling evidence, the true identity of the person may remain a mystery forever. Number 7. The Terracotta Army, silent guardians of the afterlife. In 1974, some Chinese farmers were drilling a well near the city of Xi'an when they made one of the most astonishing archaeological finds of the 20th century. They uncovered a vast underground complex filled with thousands of life-size terracotta warriors, horses, and chariots. This incredible discovery, known as the Terracotta Army, turned out to be part of the mausoleum complex of Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of unified China. The Terracotta Army, created around 210 BCE, consists of over 8,000 soldiers, 130 chariots, and 150 cavalry horses. Each figure was individually crafted with unique facial features, hairstyles, and clothing, arranged in a battle formation. It is believed that they were made to guard the emperor in the afterlife, ready to defend him against any threats. The creation of such an extensive and detailed army is a testament to the power and influence of Emperor Qin Shi Huang, who unified China and established the Qin dynasty. The discovery of the Terracotta Army has provided archaeologists with invaluable insights into ancient Chinese warfare, art, and funerary practices. Number 6. Homo luzonensis. In 2019, scientists made a groundbreaking discovery in the Philippines. An extinct human species was found, named Homo luzonensis after the island of Luzon, where it was unearthed. This discovery adds a new branch to the human family tree. The physical features of Homo luzonensis are a fascinating mix, combining traits from both ancient human ancestors and more recent ones. This suggests that early human relatives might have left Africa and reached Southeast Asia, a journey previously thought impossible. This discovery hints that human evolution in Southeast Asia was more complex than we imagined, with possibly 3 or more human species coexisting in the region around the same time as our ancestors. One of these species was the small hobbit, or Homo floresiensis, which lived on the Indonesian island of Flores until about 50,000 years ago. Scientists have determined that the remains from Kalau Cave in northern Luzon are between 67,000 and 50,000 years old. These remains consist of 13 bones, including teeth, hand, and foot bones, and a piece of a femur. They come from at least 3 individuals, both adults and children. Since 2007, these bones have been uncovered during excavations of the cave, providing a treasure trove of information about this mysterious and intriguing species. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. There's a very mysterious ancient Roman jar in a Canadian museum that nobody seems to be able to understand what it was used for. The jar is just 16 inches tall and dates back about 1,800 years, and it has left archaeologists from all over the world completely baffled. Found shattered into an unrecognizable 180 broken pieces in a storage room in the Museum of Ontario Archaeology, it was a daunting task to restore it. Once restored, archaeologists discovered something very unusual. It was riddled with tiny holes all over. No other artifact like it has been identified from the Roman world, and therefore nobody can solve the puzzle. Archaeologists discover what no one was supposed to see when they pieced together this ancient enigma. Theories have ranged from the jar being used to hold rodent snacks for ancient Romans to serving as a unique type of lamp. However, none of these speculations hold much water. Ironically, neither did the jar. As experts continue to study the artifact, the jar's purpose remains a mystery. Could it have been a musical instrument, a religious relic, or even an ancient Roman puzzle meant to perplex future generations? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Number 5. Ancient Ibaloi fire mummies. In the city of Kabayan in northern Philippines lived the Ibaloi tribe, known for their unique ancestral rite of mummification. Unlike the Egyptians, the Ibaloi didn't use embalming fluids. Instead, they had a fascinating method of preserving their loved ones called the mummies of fire. This process involved lengthy dehydration and smoking. When the Spanish arrived on Luzon in the 16th century, they converted the Ibaloi to Christianity, leading to the abandonment of their mummification practices. However, the tribe's ancestors remained hidden in the Kabayan caves. For over 400 years, these mummies were protected by subsequent generations, who respected their presence and left them undisturbed in their stone niches. The deceased were considered protectors of the tribe and its sacred places. The mummification process began even before death. Individuals were given drinks with high salt content to start dehydration. After death, the body was washed and placed in the fetal position, mirroring the position at birth. The body was then placed inside a coffin and suspended over a bonfire. The heat and smoke from the fire slowly penetrated and dried the body, preserving it over time. This intricate and respectful process highlights the deep connection the Ibaloi had with their ancestors, turning their deceased into guardians of their cultural heritage. Number 4. Stutton Hoo Helmet. In the vast world of archaeological treasures, few artifacts are as captivating as the Sutton Hoo helmet. This extraordinary piece of history, discovered at the iconic Sutton Hoo burial site in Suffolk, England, transports us back to the early medieval era. Dating to the 7th century, the Sutton Hoo helmet is a true masterpiece of craftsmanship. This historic headpiece, made of iron and adorned with gold and garnet, is covered in intricate designs and motifs. Unearthed in 1939 from an ancient burial mound, it revealed the resting place of a high-ranking warrior or noble. The discovery sent shockwaves through the archaeological community, shedding light on a previously unknown chapter of history, particularly the Anglo-Saxon period. The Sutton Hoo burial site itself is a treasure trove of wonders, with numerous burial mounds containing lavish grave goods and artifacts that showcase the wealth and prestige of the Anglo-Saxon elite. The helmet was crafted with remarkable skill and attention to detail. Its face mask, adorned with hauntingly intricate eyebrows, nose, and mustache, highlights the extraordinary talent of early medieval metalworkers. Imagine the craftsmanship required to mold such delicate features in iron back in the Anglo-Saxon period. This helmet not only protected warriors, but also signified the high status of its wearer, being the most expensive helmet crafted at the time. Number 3. Göbekli Tepe, the world's first temple. In the southeastern Anatolia region of Turkey, a remarkable discovery in 1963 changed our understanding of human civilization. Göbekli Tepe, a series of massive carved stone circles, has been dated to around 9000 BCE, making it the oldest known megalithic site in the world, predating Stonehenge by some 6,000 years. The site features numerous T-shaped pillars, some standing over 18 feet tall and weighing up to 20 tons, arranged in circular patterns. These pillars are intricately decorated with carvings of animals, abstract symbols, and humanoid figures, showcasing an artistic sophistication previously unseen in structures of such ancient times. Archaeologists believe Göbekli Tepe served as a sacred gathering place for Neolithic hunter-gatherers, representing the world's first known temple. The construction of this site challenges traditional views of early human societies, demonstrating that they were capable of complex organization and monumental architecture long before the advent of agriculture and settled living. Number 2. The Lost Leaders of Jamestown. The Lost Four Leaders, an explorer, a nobleman, a soldier, and a chaplain, were extraordinary figures. These men might have been forgotten by history if fate hadn't brought them together to establish the first permanent British settlement in America. Their remains were recently discovered 400 years after their deaths. Led by forensic anthropologist Douglas Owsley, a team of researchers confirmed that the remains belonged to Reverend Robert Hunt, Captain Gabriel Archer, Sir Ferdinando Wainman, and Captain William West. These remarkable individuals were found in the chancel of Jamestown's historic 1608 church, a place of great significance. It was here that Pocahontas famously married John Rolfe. In 2010, archaeologists unearthed the church from 1608, leading to the discovery of these important graves. The location of their burial in the chancel indicated their high status, as this area is reserved for the most prominent individuals in an Anglican church. In 2013, the team began carefully excavating the graves, revealing more about life, death, and religious beliefs during a critical moment in the history of the Jamestown settlement. This period was fraught with challenges, including famine and disease, pushing the colony to the brink of failure. Number 1. Antikythera mechanism. The Antikythera mechanism is often hailed as the world's first ancient analog computer designed to calculate astronomical positions. This fascinating bronze device comprises dozens of cogwheels, intricately united and arranged on several planes. It is adorned with numerous Greek inscriptions, adding to its mystique. Only one example of the Antikythera mechanism exists, and its fragments were discovered in 1901 in a shipwreck near the Greek island of Antikythera, located between Kythera and Crete. The wreck belonged to a Roman galley, approximately 40 meters long, and has been dated to before 87 BC. The Antikythera mechanism is the oldest known gear mechanism, and its fragments are preserved in the National Archaeological Museum of Athens. One of the most intriguing features of the mechanism is a spiral shape embedded in its back, representing a 223-month cycle known as the Saros. This cycle can be used to predict solar and lunar eclipses. Scientists hypothesize that the mechanism was first used during an annular solar eclipse. This phenomenon occurs when the Earth, Moon, and Sun align, but the Moon doesn't completely cover the Sun, creating a striking ring of fire effect in the sky. On December 23rd, 170 BC, during the winter solstice and the beginning of the new moon, a 12-minute-long annular eclipse could have been observed, possibly marking the first use of the Antikythera mechanism. Which of these archaeologists' discoveries do you find most intriguing? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.